little less loud. Thank you. Hi, hello. Another day, another stream. It is Sunday, the 2nd of October, 2022. It is the spook month once again. So I might be playing some spooky games, at least on occasion. This one is such an occasion, because Enderal, a full conversion mod for Skyrim, ooh, that alone is scary. It's been released for so many platforms, so many damn times. Yeah, Enderal. Or Enderal. I think it's Enderal. Not quite sure. Anyway, it's a dark fantasy full conversion mod for Skyrim. And there was actually a predecessor for it in Oblivion, another full conversion mod. But it's based on the continent from which you leave at the beginning of Enderal. But yeah, Enderal seems pretty dark. It features full voiceover, which is pretty neat. And from what I listened when I was testing it out, I noticed that it's pretty decent actually. Vermintide have spooked myself by even seeing the game installed in my library. That is pretty spooky, admittedly. Very spooky. Also, I have cold coffee. Delicious. Didn't want to brew any new one because I just brewed this like hour and a half ago and I just ate and had to do some university stuff before the stream, so I brewed some coffee for that. Had to do a research plan. It turned out to be shit, but who knows? Reheated its rice. Ah yes. It tastes like carcinogens, yes. It tastes like burning. Surely. But yeah, Enderal is what we'll be doing today. But something that I've been doing this weekend, well, yesterday, pretty much the entirety of yesterday, I was playing, well, yesterday evening at least, I was playing Yakuza 0. I've been wanting to actually get into the Yakuza series for a while, and I was looking for something story heavy, and Yakuza it is. I just adore the story that it's already making me go through. Very good. Been a shit ton of schoolwork today, been slacking and paying my price for slacking for a month. I feel that. The golden rule is that you should be doing work every day related to school, even if you don't have any school that day. Like anything from between 15 minutes to an hour or however long you have the flow going for. Yikes. Good luck, I suppose. Good luck with that. Also, another thing. I shared it in the Ministry Discord. The Need for Speed Heat. I think that's like the latest Need for Speed game. It's well, it's currently free for the weekend, but it's on sale until like the 11th for €3.50. It's fucking pennies for a mainline Need for Speed game, and apparently it has very few EA-isms. You know, like no mic, like obnoxious microtransactions and whatnot. I don't think it's actually the latest. It's by the now defunct Ghost Games. It's their last one. Pretty sure. But yeah, apparently this has very few of those obnoxious EA things. And it has some really, really aggressive police chases. Also, you go real fast. Actually, what is the latest Need for Speed anyway? EA Gothenburg, formerly known as Ghost Games. I think the current Need for Speed developers are Criterion, the guys who used to make Burnout. Franchise Need for Speed. Hot Pursuit Remastered, but that's apparently kind of shit. But yeah, I've never been really big into racing games, but for whatever reason, I really wanted to play a racing game ever since I emulated Burnout 3. Yeah. There's a new release, Heat is the latest, and if White Light, the reviewer, is to be believed, and I do believe him, he is really good with his analysis. He says that it's a good game. With some problems, but still, it's like the best Need for Speed game in a while. I haven't played a Need for Speed game in like a decade at this point. But yes. Yeah, I've played a fair share of Need for Speed games, but those were on the Xbox. Yeah, those were on the first Xbox. That's about it, though. I think there were a fair few on the original Xbox. Yes, let's actually get to the game itself. Settings. Let's see if the stream likes it as is. Starting with a new one, because the beginning is actually fairly interesting. Yes. A nice day in summer. Go talk to Daddy. Yeah, it's beautifully designed like a starting area. Burned house. Nutritiousness of meat. Meat is life. Even the Ash people who were populating this world before us knew that. Each time they killed an enemy in a battle, they tore out the liver and heart of the fallen and ate them together with their family. By doing so, just as everyone knows, the strength of the beaten enemy is passed on. But as we are living in a time in which eating fellows is nonsensically seen as barbaric, we, the friends of the bloody meat, have to settle for animal sources. It is a shame, isn't it? Been watching a bunch of old school RuneScape videos again. Gotten the urge to go back to OSRS, but then quickly reminding myself after seeing a single fight in endgame that I couldn't be bothered to suffer from arthritis just to have cool pixels in a 20-year-old game. Then again, yeah. Catch fish. You don't necessarily have to do the like raids and stuff because that's the actual difficult content. You get cool stuff without doing raids too. Why are there multiple books on the nutritiousness of meat? I'm gonna take them all. And I had the idea of looking into Albion Online, got quite excited because the quick and simple guides on how to gear really fast to high gear set. And the quick guides forgot to tell one crucial thing. You lose shit all the time. It's hardcore PvP. What's up, Dad?
Oh, hey there. I didn't see you coming. So, how did it go? Did you find it? Where are we? We're at home, silly. Where else would we be? Just mommy, sister, you and me. Now tell me, how did it go? Did you find it? No?
Nope. Whatever that is.
Maybe you're simply looking in the wrong places. Did you ever think of that?
Because it is a hardcore thing.
Well, who knows?
Of course, it has hardcore PvP rules, and it allows for assholes to gank.
The creator was kind to us today
in their
sent a
epic
big,
gear.
fat elk right in front of my bow. All right?
Cool, Dad. Forbidden door. Well, that's a familiar painting right there. The art of crispy meat. Who doesn't know that? You are looking forward to a nice crispy piece of meat after a hard day of work, but your useless child, who you instructed to cook it, gives you a charred something instead. You castigate them, but the problem stays the same. You are hungry, which means that there is no other way than doing it yourself. Walk to the fireplace, cut out a big bloody chunk of the animal, and throw it into the kettle. And lo and behold, slowly the pleasant smell of burned life reaches your nostrils. Is there anything better than that? I don't think so. Yeah. Really like the nutritiousness of meat. Really into meat here. Requires a key. Requires a key. Daddy's savory meat pies. 2 pounds of mincemeat, 1 jar of flour, a handful of bruised garlic, a handful of ground whisperweed, half a jar of meat broth, a pinch of sugar. Sweet. Sounds delicious. Hi, Dad.
My, I totally forgot what a mess I left here.
Totally.
But I was right, wasn't I? A real gem we've got here. Well then, let's
It's a
waste
deer,
no more
actually.
time and get to it, shall we?
Well, what about Mommy and Sister?
What? Now when you look at that, I totally forgot about them. They're dead, don't you remember? You murdered them back then.
Silly me.
Both of them. But hey, no use crying over spilled milk, right? At least this means there's more meat for the two of us. You still remember how to do this, right? First, off with the skin. Slice up the belly, then out with the entrails. I'll look for a nice sharp knife in the meantime to cut off the head. I don't think either of us wants to eat that, do we?
But I didn't kill them, Daddy. It was the masked men.
Oh, silly, what's this again? We both know that's a lie. You did it. I remember it all.
Daddy is all kinds of
First,
fucked up.
You set this horrible fire to your sister's crib. She screamed and screamed, and Mommy heard it, but when she finally got there, nothing was left of her but burnt flesh. And, oh gosh, do we really need to go through this again? You know how sad it makes me when you do this. You killed them, period. No matter how often you tell me you didn't, it changes nothing. You hear me? Nothing. Now
Can't
please,
argue with that.
let's start cooking. I'm so bloody damn hungry.
No swearing. But I didn't kill them, Daddy. It was the masked men.
Oh, by the Creator's name, why are you telling these lies? Isn't it enough that you murdered us? Do you really have to bother me over and over with your stupid, pathetic, and pointless whining? You know, sometimes I wish the Creator would have made me just a little less merciful. Just a little less pious. Because then I would have realized that you were tainted by sin long before any of this had ever happened. And instead of raising you, feeding you, and loving you like a father does, I would have put you in the horse trough right after you were born. Yes, I should
It's not
have
very
killed
nice.
you. I should have just killed you. Just like you killed us. And now, you think you're safe because we're all under the earth, don't you? Well, listen up, my child. You are wrong. And do you know why? Because the dead don't forget. Do you hear me? The dead don't forget. Now enough of this Useless chatter! I'm bloody starving! Bring me the meat, you spoiled brat! Bring it to me! Bring me a nice crisp piece of meat! 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 Bring me a nice crisp piece of meat!
Childhood goals.
Let's begin with a question. It might sound simple to you at first, but I pray you to think about it. What distinguishes a free man from a slave? For now, however,
Free man works
let us
at
start this
Black
story
Mesa.
where another one ended 3 years ago,
Isn't it?
with the death of the Lightborn. For 4,000 years they had reigned over this world, 7 arcanists who, through their magic, had acquired eternal life. In a time of chaos, they gave mankind what they thought it needed most: to be ruled over with an ironclad, fair hand. Within just 1 century, they united the shattered lands, and a single century later, their human origin was forgotten. They became gods, or Lightborn, as they let themselves be worshipped as. Yet the longer they reigned, the louder the voices grew that accused them of tyranny. The loudest being that of Naranzul Aranthiel. And he succeeded in achieving what was once thought impossible.
That was
He
German.
gathered an army, overturned the Lightborn.
So I'm
gave
thinking
back
this might have
freedom to
been
mankind.
originally a German.
However, the price for this was high, because where there are gaps of power, fights
Me.
erupt. As such, this world grew into what it is today, shattered, riven, and broken into pieces. But all of this was merely a diversion, so that no one would notice something else. The death of the Lightborn had set something into motion, a clockwork. Having long stood still, its gears now once again slowly began to turn. This is the story of someone who wanted to be free.
Shh, hey, quiet, damn it. You wanna wake up the entire ship or what? Well, sorry. That was a bit harsh. I'm just nervous, that's all. It was that dream again, wasn't it?
Yes.
Uh-huh. Seriously, if we had a penny for every night since we met where you woke up screaming, we'd probably be traveling to Enderal in our own starship and... well, not like this. Some things never change, I guess. Do you ever ask yourself if maybe you blame yourself for all of this? For what happened to your family, I mean?
Nonsense. Those bastards from the temple killed them, not me. It was the... It was the men, not me.
As determined as ever. I guess you're right. But... who knows? Maybe everything is going to be different now. It's strange, isn't it? The way life sometimes goes. Now, if you had told me that a few weeks ago, I would have at the very least called you insane. But if the stories
I get
are
it.
true, there's no better place for a fresh start. Can you believe it? Apparently there aren't even any slaves on Enderal. It's amazing. Only this whole blind passenger thing is making my head ache.
Sure, but we're going to pay our debt.
We're talking about 500 pennies here. Even if we're able to find a job over there, we will still need the money for ourselves.
Don't fool
We just
yourself.
sell bear
What
asses.
we're doing here is theft.
We're gonna be fine, dude.
Unfortunately. But anyway, what's done is done. I just hope the Endralians are easier on Outlanders than the Neremes are. Your mother was a fugitive as well, wasn't she? Where exactly did she come from? You've told me 100 times, but I just keep on forgetting it.
So there's 4 different, like, half-breeds that you choose from. Kiranians originate from the namesake desert continent, which is said to be both barren and inhospitable. At the same time, it is also known as the cradle of science, mysticism, and culture. While many foreign countries admire Kira for its advanced culture, they are often deemed as heretical and immoral, especially on religious continents like Enderal. They start with a bonus on light armor, one-handed, stamina, and alchemy. Kilanian. As a secluded people, the inhabitants of the Belt of Clay are said to have a reclusive mind. Kilayans are deemed as blessed businessmen, a rumor that can be ascribed to the Blue Island Coalition, which is Ven's biggest trading company and is located in Kilay, among other things. They start with a bonus on rhetorics, carrying capacity, sleight of hand, and marksmanship. Arazalian. Originating in the barren and steppe continent Arazale, the Arazalian are a divided people, while the nomadic natives in the steppes maintain their pantheistic traditions. The coastal inhabitants regard them as primitive and struggle for recognition as a full-fledged part of civilized world. They start with heavy armor, two-handed health, and handicraft. And then what I'm myself leaning towards, half Eterna, which are basically elves, as you can't see from the ears. Or elf orc people. Native to the swampy continent Mir Aranath, the destruction of the land caused by decades of war forced many Eterna to escape to other countries, where various destinies awaited them. Most pursued and disregarded them because of their innate magic talent. Some revered them for it. Many Eterna earn their life as traveling minstrels. They start with a bonus to elementalism, entropy, mana, and enchanting. I'm going with this because wizards. Buff. Thin. Chad. Yeah. This is actually a really good preset. Yes, the chiseled jawline. Absolutely. Gotta be a Chad wizard. Yeah. It's good. Chadley.
An Eterna, right. She was one of the last of her kind to leave Maya Awernath, wasn't she? Ironic. Seems some parents pass on their fates to their children. Anyway. Whew, I'm gonna hit the hay for an hour or so. It's your turn to stand... Wait. You hear that? Shit! Someone's coming!
Women nowadays just don't want a man to court them anymore. That's the problem. I tell you, sometimes I long for the good old days, back when I could lift a skirt and nobody would bat an eye. Anyway, enough of the chit-chat. Now, where did I put that key?
Oh, blazes, what do they want down here? The lamp! Quickly! Put out the lamp! Good. Now, quiet.
Aha, here we go. Man, it smells like Vaughtier's balls down here. Say now,
Those
what's that
balls.
just supposed to look like?
Small, with the crest of the Blue Island Coalition on it, I think.
Ah, yeah, right. Black Guardian knows what the captain wants it for this shortly before arriving. You go look upstairs. I'll see if I can find it down here.
Okay.
Oh, shit. They don't leave us any choice. We need to do
Swearsies.
something quick.
My
You take on the
God.
old guy. I'll take the young one. Go.
Someone's there.
Throw a hook to the face! Come on, dodge! You can do it!
You'll regret this!
Very rude. You don't just call somebody a piece of shit. You piece of shit.
Fucking piece of shit! You'll pay for that.
Oh man, oh man, oh man, oh man. That wasn't part of the plan.
And we're
Not at
gonna
all.
fucked.
Oh, what in blazes are we going to do now?
Tie them up.
Yes, of course.
Sure.
That makes sense. One of them said it's not much longer until we arrive. With a little luck, no one will notice they're gone until then. Come on. Help me search. There must be a rope or something. I thought we were over the hump when we made it on board.
Just a little bit. Might want to change the brightness up a few steps.
It just can't ever be.
Now it might be a bit too bright actually. Bring it down like
Easy, can it?
rope.
Poor lost souls. The probabilities have turned against you.
Oh,
What the? Who are you?
You are confused by my sudden appearance. But my identity is irrelevant, as are you.
hello there, Fiorelina.
Unfortunately.
What? Oh shit, please don't tell anyone we're down here.
You came to
please.
see
We
us
didn't mean any harm. These guys were just...
You asked
just
whether
at the
or
right
not
moment
you
as we're about to get
were
completely
intentions
fucked
were
over.
not evil. And I believe you. But sadly, it's not compassion that rules my deeds. The first beat of
I
the
must
wing
be a
must
dick.
happen. It is the only way the probabilities will fall into place. This is the way it has to be. The way it has
I am
been
the
for
game master,
eons.
and this is how
I am
I've
sorry.
decided it'll go.
What the? Oh no! No! What are you doing? Please! Please don't leave! We just wanted to...
Whoop whoop.
After we had lost a almost in, the two of you hid in the cargo and lived on our stocks. Then when Rick and Sebald found you, you gave them a beating. And all of a sudden, a veiled woman appeared and knocked you out with wild magic. Is that about it?
Just about
Yes,
right.
I know it sounds crazy, but it's the truth. Please, my dame, we didn't have a choice. You've got to believe us. The war, we just wanted a second chance. That's all.
A second chance. Yes, I think I understand you. You wanted to start a new life in a new land.
But hey, see, we're prisoners. Just as it's tradition in Elder Scrolls games, even in mods apparently.
Forced to board without paying.
Yes, we could work for you. You know, we could scrub the deck, peel potatoes, anything to pay off our debt. And as soon as we've arrived...
Heartbreaking. How truly, truly heartbreaking.
She's
But
not buying
let's
it.
be honest. You did have a choice. You could have signed on like all the others did, but you didn't. Instead, you've nested on my ship like flesh maggots, enjoying the good life while my crew actually had to earn their keep. And now you're feeding me this bullshit about veiled women and wild magic? How stupid do you think I am? I know your
Very,
kind.
please.
You are cutthroats, filchers. At least have the guts to admit it.
What? No. You're wrong. Please, just let me explain. I
don't give a shit for your explanations. If there's one thing I hate more than cowards, it's people trying to pluck my heartstrings. You two are scum. And there's only one kind of punishment for scum on my ship. Pull him up, Ruger.
But Captain, they...
Do it.
Of course, Captain. I'm sorry, lad. You should have stayed in their room.
But... You can't do this.
Oh, believe me, I can.
No.
Oh, well, look at that. Someone's woken up. Rise and shine.
Mr. Freeman.
Tie him and his friend together and feed them to the fish. Good luck in your new life, friend.
The end.
Tell me, what is time to the dead? Dreaming anyway.
So many people just talk, and
How
never
does it feel to be powerless?
This is about your damn pride, Tina.
I know I'm not real. At least not according to your definition.
I know damn well I'm doing.
It's just... There was nothing I could do.
This isn't happening. But then again,
This just isn't happening.
What is reality anyway?
Selfish fool!
Starts out with a bang. Now this right here is pretty neat. This is basically all of the different skill trees. This instead of the traditional thing that you have in Skyrim. Like this is basically all of the various warrior trees. This is the ranger assassination trees. This is like the specialist werewolf tree, spellcaster trees, and then there's a summoner tree. of some sort. You press Y to just. Need to adjust the mouse a bit. Edit this fine. Yeah, it's all very impressive for a mod, isn't it? Then again, a full conversion mod is essentially as large as it can get. Entirely remaking some of the systems that the game has. I mean, obviously the combat is still Skyrim combat. But there are some things that they can still tweak. Couldn't I use that as a shield? I mean, I could grip it. But for a starting locale, it's really inspiring. I didn't know first time. Yeah, exactly. You wouldn't think that this is Skyrim, apart from the compass, yeah, and like some of the menu elements. J for the journal. Sirius is dead and I am alive. I write these words, but I am not sure if I am understanding them. At least one bit. I am on my own. Apparently, I had luck. I awoke in a valley basin. This has to be Enderal. I am feeling strange, feverish and weak, as well as strong and clear, as if a veil had been in front of my eyes for my entire life, which was lifted now. I'm also remembering a weird dream which I had before I woke up, especially the words of the veiled woman who subdued Sirius and me in the ship's bow. It all begins with the dreams, remember. I need answers, and I can find those most likely on shore. In the hero menu, rhetoric. You know, fairly standard skills, but then there's like psionics, entropy, elementalism, mentalism. But yeah, elementalism basically, it's either that or this. Yeah, entropy is like conjuration, I would say. Mentalism is the illusion. Elementalism would be destruction. And psionics? Eh? But yeah, I think I'll go for the Sinistrope. control the mind of your enemies. And I have 1 memory point, which I can use in the use in my mind palace, where I can just instantaneously go when I press Y. And this is the Sinistro. Psionic Veil. Makes you invisible. Abyss. 25% strong and also affect the undead elemental and mechanical creatures, which are weakened by psychosis. Enemies which are weakened by psychosis now also get slower. You can cause people to go psychotic. Okay. Thought planting. Yeah. Heading towards Sinistro. A knife. A pickaxe. Might as well hold on to it. But what? Well, we are in the spook month, but do you know what is the truly the most horrifying thing? Skyrim mining. The terror! This is one thing that was definitely not improved, so it is still slow as sin. It could be worse though. It could be active. Yeah, QTE mining. That would be worse. I would have to actually pay attention. Yes, then that certainly looks like blood. Detected by what? Whatever the hell that is. Rats! Rat attack! We are the rats. Skellington has nothing. Rancid health flux potion. Delish. The horseshoe, sweet. Big chunk of cheese. Provides a long-dated health regeneration out of combat. Very good. This will pick up the iron ore. Maybe I can sell those off. Should probably, you know, heal. Worsens arcane fever by 2%. Arcane fever determines your mental health as a magic user. Casting healing spells using health potions or being at specific locations raise the fever. When your fever increases, you first get melee, as in debuffs. Once it hits 100, you die. So no too much healies. Or you did. You're raising your skills with learning books. First, collect every mushroom and flower and whatever. One-handed apprentice, yeah. It's good enough to actually have. And you can only use those when you have learning points to spend. I had to look for that when I was testing this out. Mainly because I hadn't turned the brightness up. I couldn't see shit. Still haven't figured out what the hell this thing is. It's creepy, that's for certain. This is creepy too, but yeah, this was in the vision. Like, this is neat. Fog sponge. Of course I'm gonna be an alchemist of sorts. I had to just stop this partway through because I thought that, yeah, this is really atmospheric. It just feels like a different game in so many ways to something like Skyrim. I thought that, yeah, I might want to actually stream this. Nope, I'm going that way. Lockpicks. Key. Lockpick. On the ones that actually have the highest value. If I can even sell them anywhere near at that value. That would be nice. Certain areas, healing spells and healing health potions raise your arcane fever. Why would it warn me about that around here? around these very magically looking crystals. Hmm. Initially, I never noticed the stuff on the table because I was freaking out about the fever, which is fairly high actually. I wonder how much that will bite me in the ass. I guess only time will tell. Ambrosia. Oh, well. Good to know. I'll hold on to that. Grounding. You have to Forbidden Temple. But where would I use that? Somewhere, I'm sure. And it goes to favorites. Yes, yes. Weird fever. Carry capacity reduced by 7. You feel odd, cold, but at the same time feverish. It takes its toll from you to focus your thoughts. And then this is the racial bonus thing. Inedible beer. Well, I wouldn't want to eat the beer anyway. Marksman, sneak, heavy armor, elementalism. Might as well learn the elementalism if I can. Not enough. Boop. Hanging moss. More hanging moss. And if nothing else, I can just sell the alchemical reagents. The corpses in the light, they are gone. Oh yeah, from the vision, yeah. No corpses. No weird lights. Just weird ruins instead. It is quite broken as compared to what was seen in the dream or vision. Menafungi. You found an ice claw. Ice claws listed on consumables permanently raise your carry weight by 1 point when eaten. Hm. good tutorial design in that it gives you one of those things. It tells you that yes, there are items that increase your stats permanently if you eat them. Nom nom. That sure as shit was a tube. Yeah. What kind of post-apocalypse do we live in? Human flesh. Yum. The mod is really impressive visually. In my estimation, at least. Boon. That's the Healy spell. And that raises that. That is a bit gruesome. Jesus. It certainly is a bloody skull. Petty soldier. Psionic Posh. Funnily enough, some people who really like to sing the praises of this conversion mod, they call this like a Elder Scrolls 6 Lite morning of sorts. I suppose morning is relative. Yeah, psionic push. Unleash a psionic wave onto humans and creatures, which does 3 points of damage and 2 points of additional damage for mesmerized enemies and pushes them back. Strength of the torch depends on your psionics. Enderalian crusty bread. Mmm. Probably like crusty in a good way, as in it has a crust instead of being crusty like crusty and old. Yeah, playing a story-rich game while trying to watch a stream, it's always a bit rough. Eat the cheese. I have robes and I have shoes, which is wonderful. A blueprint for a torch. More pennies, a saw, and a silver candlestick. Yeah, I'd rather not have a crusty sock. Yeah, it's good to have shoes and non-crusty socks if you don't want to hear the of feet. Yes, the plap 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 of feet. Yeah, the world looks nice. This is not Skyrim. This is Enderal, using Skyrim's engine. A very, very impressive game. Bamboozles. Let's go with health. I have a feeling now we'll be losing a lot of health as time goes by. So every little bit extra counts. Moon carrot. The plant sap heals you. Didn't I just get the key for that? Question is, am I supposed to be here just yet? I'll still have to go back for that tower thing. Extra counts or additional elves. Ha. Oh, oh. Look at them pigeons though. So just like some... Why would somebody leave these loaded? Surely they knew that some idiot would come in pulling levers. Surely. Yeah. Favorite boon and favorite psionic rush. I want to see how it actually looks. Oh, psionic push. The question is, how dead am I? If I'm here too early. Another key. Key to this very place. And see shit. So we go that way, I suppose. I was jump scared by rats. Fuck. I'm guessing these might burn. They look oily. Cyberpunk. Yes, I will have fun. Hope you will too. Jumping puzzles? My god. Platforming. this engine. Oh. Reds are still XP, so... I'm okay with this. Potion of stamina fortification rancid. Why did they all have to be rancid? Scroll-wise spike and another key to the Forgotten Temple. Fly ribcage. It's gonna be spooters. As it left just at the right time. Oh yeah, I can see that. Q is the favorite thing. Yeah, it works as a push. It's exactly what it's supposed to be. Crowd control. Fuck, I can't see where I'm going. These are 5 experience points more than rats. And they're significantly more dangerous. Help me, crusty bread. I really should, like, favorite the torch. Yeah, spooters. Those the enemy spooters. Okay, I guess that's too thick then. With at least 4 Cs. Completely impassable. Old vagrant hood. I have gloves I could wear. I have shoes, gloves, and a hood. Yeah, now I look like one of those, what's-its from, Skyrim, you know. the priests of Stondis, or whatever they were called. Stendar. Good old priest of Stondis. Okay, there's gotta be something cool. A plate, Goblin of an Ancient Nation, a filled common soul gem, and pennies. Yeah, that looks awfully magical. Or not. If the lens in. It's very shiny. Very, very shiny. No spit. For the time being, I'm safer off just taking my time meleeing things. What's this? Yep. Rude. That's another one. I think it ran out. Shit. Adding to the fever. Oh boy. What happened to have any more food to eat? Type food. Ah, yes. My favorite kind of food. I'm going to use this as a lighter. May thunder and lightning be my guide. Because otherwise I can see anything. And it's not even the fault of low brightness or anything. Just that I have no fucking light source. Unless... Where's... Lantern? Aww. Damn it. Weight 25, value 25. Something's walking on the other side of that. Like walking, and not skittering, walking. No. You were trying to mask yourself. Spiders have gotten more clever. Now I'm out of that. For 480 seconds. Oh, I probably should have eaten that many of them then. That might have been a bit excessive. Probably should have paid attention. I'm gonna find some big ass monster or something. Something out of my league, I'm sure. Again, seats. I think. Maybe. Like earlier. I wish I had more torches. Wait, didn't I get like a blueprint for torches? Yeah, I did. I cannot use it. So I suppose it's something you do at a crafting bench or some such. I'm getting the atmosphere get to me a little bit. I'm seeing people where there are none. I thought this was a person. And there's enemies around. Not much is certain. I saw those red dots. I'm not a fool. Not in that regard at least, but you know. Another key. Salt. Spare parts. Yeah, crafting stuff. Blue quartz. Key. Why would they have so many keys? Potion of fingersmith. Sormisip. Somebody was making these en masse. Why? For whom? Who was making them en masse? That as well. Man, those torches would come in handy right about now. Well, I guess we're not passing. Not through that. Those are some meaty hits. Oh, there's a big one. Yep. Try to avoid that. Yeah, I tried to pull this one away. Could use healing too willy-nilly, so I have to try to play it a little bit smart at least. Quick, eat some pumpkin. You'll be fine. I guess we'll need more pumpkin. There was some scroll somewhere. I'm almost sure. Oh, linen. Yeah, fireball. I see you there. The music is just unsettling. I fucked that one up. That did quite a bit. Wow, that went way past its mark. Jesus. Oh. Yeah, yes. So, should not fall there. Generally, bad idea. Okay, so I think there might be no coming back, so... Iron battle axe, alright. Lockpicking, like two levels of lockpicking. Poison, health, poison, ambrosia. Yeah. What kind of a thieves' den is this place? I guess I'm rich. Whoever owned these before? All this shit is mine now. I don't know, I want to do something about the fever at some point. Not yet. But this doesn't look good. I think I might have to go into the water. Can I fight it? Not really. Let's go with the flow. Mechanics wise, very neat. I like. Very nice. We are back down here. very well constructed first dungeon, I'd say. Impressed, I am. Impressed am I. I wonder, does it use the same kind of completion thing as Skyrim does? Like, it marks it as complete if you've done like the main goal of the place, or if it's just going to remain a mystery for all of eternity. Who knows? I don't. Well, I guess now we go where the original signposting is leading you towards the tower. Then again, the game also leads you to this place. It offers you the key so early on. Ah, it's a two-handed weapon. Right. Very neat. Yeah, that dungeon I hadn't done in my test, so 100% legit reactions. Now, this tower is where you're supposed to initially go, because that's literally where the straightest route goes. It's also where the tutorial continues. Also, you get the flamethrower spell from here. Which is good to have. Use traps to defeat enemies. $60 XP. Easy peasy. More arrows. Coin purse, backpack, iron gauntlets. Old vacant dress. Is mine just about the same? It's just an old robe. Might as well get the appropriate dress. The old robes actually, they give you the same amount of armor, they weigh the same, they weigh 4 less, and they have a higher value. Yeah, screw this. Screw that one. Nah. You can keep it. You may keep it, good sir. Dead as you may be. Also, don't step in the trap yourself. Nom nom meat. Also, collectibles. In case just exploring a new world and a new game system wasn't enough, you are also given collectibles. Because why not? Right. But we did level up. We're also pretty near leveling up again. Oh yeah, light magic is, well, fairly obvious, I would suppose. I have crafting points, which can be put into these. Learning points, which can go into these. And memory points, which go into a memory palace. A mind palace. Sinistrum concentration. Sonic spells stay 15%. Stay on 15% longer. Entropy spells consume less health. Speaking of exploring a new world, no, I'm not going to that game yet. I'm speaking of Lotro, and me going to the western part of Rohan just before Gondor really set my motivation to a negative. Yeah, Rohan really screwed with you, didn't it? The place scales like fucking ass. And considering I'm playing on Deadly, it's even more ass. A single mounted enemy does 80% of my health. Oof. In a single hit? Yeah, that's rough. Say. Wolf meat. Get some eaters. And brother man, I use heavy armor. Yeah, just imagine. I'm probably going to be one shot whenever I actually get there. I haven't gotten around to playing in a while. Hard fights require tactic. Press mouse 2 while blocking to do push. But I don't need something like that. I have magic. %60 magical, well, physical damage negation. Yeah. Doggo. Bork bork. Let's see if I can finesse. Oh yeah, they might have to get down. You're no cat. You're not supposed to climb that. How much money do I have, actually? Now that I think about it. 232 pennies. That's like, almost half of what I owed the captain. I think we owed like 500 each. The only way I can think of getting myself to go forth is 100% just doing some daily missions like Bilbo adventure shit. Slowly just level up to 80, 95 so I can just skip mounting shit show. Yeah. I hope they manage to revamp that at some point. Suspicious soil mound. Boop. Well, you're digging the wrong way, but okay. Okay, bone meal, more pennies, more healing potions. Light magic apprentice. Right. The filled soldier and a skull. Look how happy he is. Yeah, somebody was murdered here. Heavy cuirass. I am pot. Yeah, there's something doing breathy things. And that's a crab. I'll have my crab meat cooked. No crab meat. Good enough, I suppose. Oh, nice. I didn't expect to actually find something here. Now imagine being melee in mounted combat. Ugh. I originally thought the mounted combat was garbage, but I played on a hunter. Imagine being able to just run in circles and kite enemies. Just breathe things. Or severe PTSD reactions from dark and darker raids. I know. I know, dude. It's like situated like somewhere here. It's not the salmon. It's something that cannot be seen. Not yet, at least. Great summon. It feels like it's somewhere like here. Seriously fucks with me. It's got to be something, because it's coming specifically from that spot. Yeah, fucking burn everything. Fuck you, ghost. Or whatever the hell you are. It could very well just be something that the devs just left there just to mess with you. That's also a possibility. Oh, whoa. Hello. I did not expect that. Thank you for the XP. Another ice claw. Sweet. I'm getting all this carry weight. 1 point at a time. On the grave. This is dark and darker. It may just be crafting book, alchemy apprentice, lockpicking apprentice. Alright, sweet. Great, especially considering that I kind of want to do alchemy on the side. So I'm going to the other side from uncanny. Yes. Very much so. That is learn route. Ah, Vin route, I see. Another ice claw, very good, very good. Oh, that's a bird. Oh, that's a bird. What is it doing? I'm gonna leave you to it. Don't want to be rude. Cursed bird. Oh hey, loot. These act like actual people for once. There's some soulless eyes.
Now would you look at that? I knew I'd seen someone scrambling in the mountains. What brings you here, my sir?
My sir. Look, it's Lazy Peon.
Ha, I know that accent. You're Nerumese, aren't
I
you?
gave it the
Though
wrong
obviously
answer,
not
but
the most sociable of fellows, it would seem. You...
There we go. Everything's locked up. At least for the night we should. Wait a second. Who's that?
Just an adventurer on his way. No reason to worry.
No reason to worry? For heck's sake, Finn. How do you know that this guy isn't with the bandits? You said you'd call me if anyone showed up. And now you're standing here, having a chat with him as if this were the bathing house of Ark.
Lo and behold, we are still alive. Now, is there anything else, Carbos?
Carbos.
Touch any of our stuff, and you'll regret it.
Yeah.
May I present Carbos, as he lives and breathes. Sorry about that just now. That's just how he is. In any case, if you don't need any more help, I'd suggest you move on. Follow the way east behind the dam house. It'll lead you to a village called Riverville. Ah, here, take this. truth be told, you don't look so healthy. Your eyes... well, whatever.
What's that about my eyes?
There's something peculiar about you.
Hey, that's
I don't
racist.
know how else to say it. I would examine you myself, but we don't have the right equipment with us. So if I were you, I'd ask a priest in Riverville to have a look at you. Who knows? Maybe you caught something in that temple.
Fun fact, I'm for once actually excited for a future playtest. Why? Because I don't know how much it will change the game next time around, since it's in such a super early stage. Yeah, it's really interesting to see a game from such an early state. Like Dark and Darker is.
Us? Oh, nothing spectacular, I'm afraid. We gather herbs, but tomorrow we're going back north, to League.
Oh shit, they're addicted to League.
You should stop by one day
You
if
should
you're
quit.
in the area. Someone
What are
who
ahead?
scours Pyrian ruins and survives could surely be useful to the apothecary and help us find some things.
Apothecary is by my
Guardian,
house.
you really are an outlander, aren't you? My path is... well, it's just me path. My role designated to me by Malthus. A kind of calling, if you will.
But do you have a card? A role designated by Malthus? You mean the gods assign your professions to you?
Not exactly. Malthus designates our place in society. Generally the
Caste.
same one our fathers and forefathers occupied.
Caste.
I walk the path of the erudites. And there's also the manufacturers, the sublimes, and, of course, the pathless. Within these roles, we are free to choose a profession, but certain vocations that are available to an erudite are not permitted to a manufacturer, which is one path below. However, below does not mean that it is in any way inferior. Everyone
You
on
think
Enderal
that, but
does
somebody's
what
going to
they
be
do
an
best.
asshole to
And
everyone
who would know better than
below
the gods
them.
what exactly that is? In the folly of my youth, I might have thought about
Aren't you
it,
frustrated?
yes. But then I realized that half of what goes wrong in this world has to do with the desire to advance. I am interested in living the righteous path and to contribute to the preservation of my people. That's enough for me, and only the faithful will be granted the eternal paths upon death.
So, pathless.
Men or women who have never received the path consecration, or those who have broken their path. Brigands, glimmer dust smugglers, murderers, well, you know.
Nice folk. In Narum, there's a rumor that the gods are dead.
And over here, there's a rumor that the Golden Queen has a weakness for men in gowns. Seriously, be careful with that kind of gossip. I know you don't mean any harm, but there are a few who might consider it heresy.
Heresy?
Well, I didn't come up with it.
Can you tell me more about the region?
What can I tell you? This is the Sun Coast, in the south of Enderal. A pretty peaceful area, except for all the animals and bandits that have recently started going crazy. And, well, that's pretty much it. I think you should ask the people in Riverville if you want to know more. They certainly have some stories to tell.
Rivertown. I see, and are there places that might be of interest to an adventurer?
To an adventurer? If you ask me, what you need before you adventure anywhere is some good old-fashioned shut-eye. But yes, there are some places. The Three River Watch, for example, right there below the stone arch. It was once an old trading post, but now it's full of shady characters. Ah, and there's also a big Pyrian ruin south of it.
Right. Can I trade with you?
Yeah, why not? Show me what you've got. Maybe I have some things you can use.
Chadley. Let's see. Just sell the scrolls of boon. Alchemical, nothing really of too much value. Amethysts, crystal coins. Da-da-da. Yeah, you're good enough for selling these. A ruined book. Garbage lantern. Goblets. A flute. Alright. The hang should have limits.
Yeah, why not? Show
What
me
do you
what
actually
you've got.
sell?
Maybe I have some things you can use.
Block apprentice, heavy light, outer light, magic, marksman, mentalism, one-handed. Life absorption. That seems pretty evil to me, but you know. Crusty bread. I think we could. Oh, cancel. Yep, never should advance in anything. Nope.
Don't mention it. I wish you a quick recovery and safe roads. Walk blessed. Carbos, do we need this?
Oh hey, level up. I think.
Tomorrow. Or can I clean all the tools?
Places, Finn, I'm playing. Don't bother me.
I guess that means no.
Nope.
By the righteous path. What happened to you? You look as if you've met the Black Guardian himself.
I kind of have a fever and shit.
Fever? Well, there could be many causes. Wait a moment. I think I still have some grunt root. That should be enough to ease your pain, at least for now. Take a seat at the fire. The warmth might help you.
Oh, so now we're brewing potions for complete.
Shut up.
Well,
No need to be a
if the
bitch about
strangers
it.
are about to die of fever, then yes. There was that oath we swore once, remember? To help the afflicted, to...
Whatever.
Thank you. Gruntroods, Gruntroods. Ah, here we go.
Imagine dying of some fever. Right after you've survived
So,
a whole lot
let's
of shit.
see. Sheer cap, some water. Ha! Done. I can't make any promises, but...
Finn! The still!
Do something, damn it! Do something! Oh, sod it.
Do I really have to watch every step you take? That was a fucking close call.
Hey, I'm sorry, alright. We'll pick up a new one in Ark.
Yeah, and you're paying for bloody day couldn't get any worse.
This day isn't getting any better. Here, drink this.
What did
It'll
you
help
fuck up?
See, you already look a lot better. Still, you should let a priest take a look at that fever as soon as possible. The grunt root potion will wane in a few days.
At least the arc isn't lost.
What?
What
You mean the
happened?
still? Bad quality and too much heat, I'd wager. But, whatever will be, will be.
But the explosion, the voices they were used.
Explosion? I'm not sure I follow.
Oh, that'd be great, wouldn't it? Finn Dalaris died in 8234. Cause of death, exploding still.
Ha ha. Look, I really don't know what you're talking about. Maybe...
Wait a second. What was that?
I'm getting some vision shit.
I could have sworn I saw something moving over there.
Arrows. Somebody gonna get shot.
What the?
Called it.
Carbos! They've hit me, Finn. Those bastards.
I killed the skeleton though, so it wasn't the skeleton at least. Where the hell did they shoot you from?
Carbos, do something, damn it! Do...
Dude, I can do anything about explosives.
Look at that. Our mysterious survivor has awoken.
I'm being flinged from one person to another. Jesper. What the fuck? Who are you?
Jaspar Matumiel Delveric. Jaspar for short. And you, my friend, are at my very own campsite. Before you ask, yes, the bandits killed both of the apothecary. The only reason you're still alive is that the impact of the explosion threw you right into the thicket. Most of your injuries are only superficial, but your fever, well, that's a different story.
Aww. The chill dude died. Why did they have to kill Lazy Peon?
I was on the perimeter, and no, I didn't help for two reasons. One, I was outnumbered. Two, I'm quite fond of my entrails.
Fair enough.
I wish I had a more heroic answer, but
Fair enough.
Sorry.
What do you know about my fever?
Quite a lot, actually.
Do I need more cowbell?
Arcanist's fever. Honestly, I'm surprised the old apothecarius didn't see that. Let me guess, you're suddenly capable of doing things you previously knew only from the bard songs, right? You're unusually strong, you have reflexes like a cat, and drinking potions or any kind of magically infused substance leaves a bitter afterglow in your head.
Yeah.
Well, then, congratulations. Your magical talent just blossomed. A bit late
Yay.
given your age, but it happens.
I'm a
Put
late
simply, the
bloomer.
fever is a
What can I
result of your
say?
body not being able to cope with it. That's not much of a problem for now, but if you don't let an Arcanist treat you sometime soon, things are going to get grim.
So an Arcanist will be able to cure the fever.
Contain it, not cure it. From here on out, you're always going to be a little more sensitive than someone without magical gifts. But that's tolerable compared to what your magic will allow you to do.
What do you mean by a little sensitive?
Prone to certain conditions. As I said, your fever will get worse if you drink healing potions. But you'll also be a lot more susceptible to nightmares and those kinds of things.
Ah,
also, you should be
nice.
very cautious of areas with magical contamination, such as Thalgard in the east.
Other remedies?
Well, there's ambrosia.
I have a few of those.
Contained fever, it'll only postpone the symptoms. Later, you can drink it whenever the fever gets worse. The stuff looks and tastes like undead sweat, and is bloody expensive, but it's the only thing that really helps.
Huh. What about the visions?
You have visions?
For the lack of a better word, yes. Ever since I had this fever, I get these strange premonitions of things that are about to happen. Aren't they a symptom?
Not that I know of. The only visions I've ever had are those that come along with a good pipe of peaceweed. You know what? As I said,
If there's
someone needs
peace
to
weed,
contain your
there
fever
must
as
be
soon as
war
possible.
weed.
And as it happens, I know people. But in return, I want you to tell me everything. What did you do in that temple? And what's the story with those visions? I can't put my finger on it, but there's something strange about you, and that intrigues me. What do you say?
Yeah, sure.
Well, then, the stage is yours. I see. My condolences for your loss.
All the weirdest shit
So,
happened.
let me summarize. You somehow survived getting thrown into the open sea, and while you were half dead, had this dream in which you saw burnt bodies and a blinding light?
Yeah, but it wasn't just a dream, it was more like a memory. The temple I saw in it was the same as the one in the valley.
Huh. And you also said that your magic didn't develop gradually, as it usually does, but all at once,
Yeah,
right?
all just done. Right after I washed up on the shore, yes. Together with the visions.
Well, that's quite the story. I guess you know how absurd it sounds, but for some reason, I believe you. I've met a lot of liars in my life, and you aren't one of them.
Yeah, your lies are way
right.
too weird.
It's settled then. I'll introduce you to my employer and ask him to treat you. Before we leave, however, there's something else I need to take care of, and I could use a hand. The sooner we get that done, the sooner we can make for Ark.
What's an ark?
Ark? The capital of this country? Walls high as towers of iron-hard stone rest alone in the mountains in granite enthroned, never decaying, the ages surveying, guarded by Malphus, and blah, 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 and so on and so forth. You're going to see it soon.
Okay, if you say so. Who's this employer of
Well,
yours?
aren't you curious? I work for the Holy Order.
Like the enforcers of the Lightborn? You know, the people that have been the cause of wars and shit?
Yeah, but they're more than just a military unit here. Enderal belongs to Malphus, the guardian god, and the Order answers directly to him. In other words, they're calling the shots here. No king, no queen, no council, just an order of noble warriors, always
Paladins,
so
you
stern
say?
and joyless that you might think they're struggling with constipation.
Ah, paladins, exactly. Alright, sure.
Splendid. You'll need some information before you can help me, though. I take it the fact that Vin has seen better times hasn't eluded your attention, has it? For the last 2 years, there have been wars and unrest everywhere. And even though in Enderal there's officially peace, there are peculiar things happening here, too. Normally docile animals and fakirs attacking wanderers in the open. The dead awakening in hordes. It's unsettling, to say the least.
But not in Alliance.
The strangest thing, however, is the Red Madness.
Do you think this chaos could be in any way related to the rumors the Lightborn's death? I mean, in Aram talks about him.
Yeah, the rumors. I've heard them too. And I could indeed imagine that they're true, and that there's a connection, yes.
Then you actually believe that somebody did kill the gods?
As I said, maybe. If you ask me, the Lightborn were never more than imposters anyway. False gods.
Ah, heretic. And here I thought the Endralians were the most pious people in the civilized world.
Oh, I'm hardly representative. I've seen that a long life is only one of the things powerful magic can achieve. And the false deity theory isn't that new, after all, is it? Seriously, say the Lightborn really are as mighty as the revelations say they are. Wouldn't they have the power to call down lightning on me right here and right now, to punish me for my insolence? No. The Lightborn were immortal kings, and that's all. At least, that's how I see it. I hope I didn't hurt your feelings.
Nah. Still waiting for the lightning.
We're going to get along just fine. But we digress.
Funny. Right. Red Madness.
Yeah.
Yes.
It's some kind of mental illness that makes people lose their mind. Just a couple of weeks ago, there was a smith in Ark who butchered his entire family. He was drunk, but that doesn't explain why he screamed things like "Fear the light" while he was doing it. Or a young woman of noble path who set her own house on fire while her family was asleep. Now, you might say that these kinds of things happen, but by now there have been more than a dozen incidents in a very short period of time. The fact that the afflicted's eyes glow red while they go rampant has made people call the disease the Red Madness.
Right.
Thing is, some weeks ago it happened again.
Makes sense.
Only this time it was a magister from the Holy Order itself.
Magister?
Who instructs the novices aspiring to become keepers. His name was Yarrow, a man with more than 60 winters on his back.
There's a lot of snow.
Well, according to the sole survivor, he entered the teaching room that day as usual. But instead of giving his lecture on alchemy,
he killed the younglings.
He gave a strange kind of speech where he kept going on about how mankind is corrupted and that it has succumbed to the void. Then his eyes started glowing, he locked the door and blew himself up in a magical explosion.
Okay. So what's your role in all this? You say... that's horrible.
Yes, it is.
Okay, nothing else. You said you work for the Order, but I take it you're no monk?
I'm not one for vows and austerity, so no, I'm no keeper. My specialty is recovering lost things. Treasures, tomes, memories,
a tomb raider. I see,
The Order hired me to do just that. They want to know how a man like Yarrow could fall victim to the Red Madness. And thus, if there's something like a pattern to this malady.
You're after his motives, but how can I help you with that? I don't know anything about this person.
Doesn't matter. Yarrow grew up in a small village not far from here. And according to the Order, he visited it quite often after his...
Riverville, would it be?
What I want your help with is finding clues as to why he did what he did. What do you think?
Looks like a plan.
Great. First of all, I want you to travel to Riverville and talk to an old man named Alfred, a childhood friend of Yarrow's. Ask him what he makes of the incident, and whether he has any explanation for it. Secondly, a farm boy told me that he saw Yarrow throw something into the sea during his last visit there. The winds have been blowing inland the last couple of days, so go search the shoreline and see if it washed up. I myself will take a look at the house Yarrow grew up in. Ah, and here. This is a map of the region. Yarrow's house is at the blue dot. So, unless there's anything else, I'd say let's step to it. Just meet me at the farm when you're done.
If a quest objective is marked by one or more stars, they indicate the difficulty of said quests, and at the same time, the level you should have for the quest. And at the same time level. Okay, fair enough.
Huh?
You said your job is recovering lost things, so are you some kind of a treasure hunter or something?
Treasure hunter? That has a nice ring to it. But, But let's just say...
You should work on your marketing, man.
Fulfill certain materialistic desires of theirs. Just like the Holy Warden who brings back the lost shoe to the maiden. Only the maiden pays me to do it. And I have a more flexible conscience, so to speak.
A thief, I see.
You do? That's good. But let's save the socializing for later, okay? Usually I am always in for a good talk, but for now let's focus on the mission.
Isn't his name is Jesper Mitubiel Dalvarek? Isn't Dal a title of nobility?
Huh. Well observed. Yes, I am indeed sublime by my path, but please, just ignore that, will you? I'm not a big fan of titles. Most of the time, they're just a means for boring people to feel superior towards others.
Right.
Keep your chin up.
What if I don't want to? Make a major save. Right. Lockpicking is a crafting thing. Okay, that's good. Alchemy apprentice, yeah. Lockpicking's always good. And I suppose elementalism might be good to have too. Oh yeah, do I suddenly disappear? Hey, have a look at me. Whoop. Do I disappear right before his eyes, or am I still there? Apprentice of the Dark Arts. I'm gonna cast the psionic and entropy spells of the apprentice and novice levels by 30%. Unlock 2. Further, it even furthers it by 13% and even less health cost. Man's going to Hogwarts, yeah. Zoop. Got anything to say about that?
Huh?
Nothing, I guess.
Keep your chin up.
I guess I look like I just... That's where I am. That's the cost. Need to go there. Remove the marker. Okay. Gasp. He makes me go to work and he's just having some pipe full of it, with the good stuff. Up. Jesus. Attention, falling rocks. Border to protect the clans. Behind this mountain pass there will be no protection against pathless ones. Travelers, beware rockfall and assault. Thanks. I almost got my head smashed in by a fucking rock. Probably could have gone the other side. I can go and loot the apothecaries, can't I? They're not gonna need this stuff, so... I should just help myself to their stuff, right? Yes. Most definitely. I'm gonna have a quick look-see here, though. some ruins here. Thistle. You really don't give two shits, do you? I can respect that. Neither do you. Damn, these animals are fearless. Anything under the waterfall? No. Can't always have something under the waterfall, but you should always check. You never know. Bandits? Or like normal? Oh, yeah, definitely bandits. Damn. Better boots. Aha. Excellent. Crusty bread. My trusty friend. Good for healing. I see a skeleton right there. I'm having a little detour before doing the work. Whatever your name was. Jarvis? This is like the second time I've been fucking jump scared by a rat. With the rat attack. The true jump scare, the true horror. The rats. Jesus. The real horror was the rats along the way. Get fucked. Still more. Give me a sec. I need to loot. There's still more. $32.5. Fuck. Fuck. Take cover. You should probably balance it out with ambrosia. Eat it. I've been wondering my ass off, how have Blizzard still not managed to power up their servers to hold like 100 people on screen at the same time? Like Return of Reckoning managed to make the lag unbearable with 600 plus people on the screen. While it's borderline unplayable after two 40-man raids face each other. Yeah. I suppose it's the probably has something to do with the server infrastructure, how it's set up and whatnot. It probably has something to do with that. Then again, haven't we already seen it time and time again that Blizzard is just incompetent in so many different ways? They come up with the most ridiculous excuses for their bullshit. Like the fact that they're selling characters for Overwatch now, even though they were all supposed to be there from the start. But no. Ooh, ring. Expensive ring at that. Some cheese. More old robes, just taking those because they're valuable. They weigh next to nothing. Raddled mage circlet. Death breath. I sweat bad breath. Entropy. A maelstrom of dark might there. Does 10 points of entropy damage while draining the caster's health. Yeah, that was the thing about entropy. You use health to cast it. Like Wintergrasp, 120 v 120. They've had 30 years to fix the shitty servers. Yep. Have they? Nope. But that's Blizzard for you. Because no one else has been innovating. They have been completely unable to do any of it themselves. Because they really can't do anything without copying it from somebody else. Somebody needs to come up with better server technology so that Blizzard can just copy that. Otherwise they'll never improve. It's just how it is. Two-handed apprentice. More pennies. Very good. Get all the money. A leather shield. Iron ore. Wait, that's a harbor. Oh. Oh! Shit. I am not supposed to be here. Well, shit. Come on, friend. Wait, give me a sec. I want to try this. I'm just gonna need more health to cast it, probably. Hey, hey, hey. Chill. Ow. It hurts. Mainly hurting myself. I'm doing decent damage to myself. And to it as well. 155 XP. Yeah, I very much am not supposed to be there. I'll take this as a dub. Yeah, this spell is really good. But then again, it was behind a small-ish challenge. And it uses health to cast. So I guess I should be investing more into health. And more into the thing that reduces health cost for entropy, because I'm liking this one. Yeah, just heal myself. I know. But I also accrues this, so I need to find some balance. Balance for that shit. I just need to find more crusty bread. That's the real solution. Or cheese. Yes, this related spells are very pog indeed. They usually have a heavy cost. And since this game has a tendency of punishing you for quick healing. It balances out, I think. It might. Look at this burb. 0 shits. It just... underwater like it's nobody's business. Heavy cost, heavy dabblage. True facts. True facts. Yeah, bit of a side traction, wasn't it? The most spiders. It doesn't have a long range. Yeah, it has a bit of a wind up that you have to do. But for each like single cast you get that 10 damage. Like it's just much more mana efficient and health efficient to just charge it and cast it once and not hold it. Yeah, like Disciple of Cain. In general, I just like magic systems where there's a risk versus reward involved. Like, I really like playing sorceresses and sorceress and bright wizard exactly because the more they cast, the stronger they become, but the chance of them hurting themselves in the process just keeps growing larger as well. I really appreciated that. It added interesting elements to just casting stuff. Fuck off. Your meat will give me health back. As long as you have a pocket healer, you are by far the most powerful being in the battlefield with a bright wizard or a sorceress. Yes. But that's the price you have to pay. You need a healer to upkeep the self-damage that you will keep inflicting. I'm kinda going the right way now. Iron. What's this? Pennies? Ice Claw? Or two-shotting entire warbands with proper setups. Yup. Proper AoE shit. Run away! Okay, actually, I'll just boop. I think I'll come back to this later. At some point. Riverville and Ark. This way. God damn it. Take the L away. Hero's childhood friend, Alfred, and there's the Also, Ark has a map of its own in the corner, which is neat. But like, this is the size of the entire thing, which is just pretty neat. What? What have you done? Such slaughter. Oh yeah, this was one of the things that the alchemist told me about, wasn't it? Old Three River Camp. I heard you. Whatever the hell you were. Something that... Oh. Oh yeah, it doesn't really give a shit about the knockback yet. I'll get used to main knight for the longest time, but after he geared his bright wizard, we literally supported his character just to see enemy warbands disappear. Iron Mace. Woofle? I heard you. Unlimited power! Yeah, I already looted that one. I think games I play nowadays could generally have the importance of belonging in a community, but not anywhere near like ROR. This is probably the main reason why I from time to time reminisce that half a year I played with them. I knew all 30 plus regulars fairly well. Yeah. That's the beauty of MMOs in general, isn't it? Community. Yeah, that one doesn't work because, you know, they're dead. Funny how that goes. Lightnings of many types. Fuck. You know, I still have no fucking torches. I should be going into deep, dank, and dark caverns without any light. Your guild leader had a rooster. Cool. Like, I suppose he lived on a farm. And we were one of the most well-known guilds on the Order side. Made us special. What? The fact that your guild leader had a rooster? One might even say a nice cock. Ah, yes, of course you did cock jokes. Of course you would. Like, it would be impossible not to be fair. Absolutely impossible. He summon ghostly waffle. A rattled robe. Oh yeah, I did get the magic circlet thing, didn't I? Light spells. Blech. Blech. I mean, of course, he sounds like a man of culture, so I am not exactly very surprised. Toolbox. Spare parts. Blueprint iron sword. Blueprint iron helm. All of this would need leather, this one would need steel. Superior. Supreme, even. You know what these dungeon music tracks really remind me of? Makes me think of like old horror games like like older Silent Hill games and older Resident Evil games. X is gonna strangle this guy. Funny people. It's a rare to actually like ingrain yourself with a community. Or for me at least. It's exhausting making new friends and keeping up with appearances. Socializing is just really exhausting. Yes. Well, grown adults have a tendency of being, well, they can be some of the most immature people around. The first to cast a dick joke. More grave robbing. Handicraft apprentice. Another flute. Mentalism apprentice. Roll a soul trap. Oh! Hello, Mr. Bear. Bye-bye, Mr. Bear. Just drop that. Best part about the community was that it didn't matter if you were muted or not. At least you were in the call, listening to callouts and inputting sieges. Yeah, like that should be the main point. As long as you're there and you hear what you're supposed to do, that's the main thing. There were plenty of times when people were just too tired to do callouts, so it was just chill, non-voice roaming with no real end goal. Sounds chill. Sounds nice. Sometimes that's all you want. Last Journey Stone. Rest in peace, Salaya God's Tree. Went on to her last journey at 6676. Renews medicine, beloved father went on to the last journey in the moonlight and the 15th day of the Kraken. 6634. That's Kaleara Gotsidoma, beloved mother, grandmother, great-grandmother. May your ghost walk the eternal paths in peace. 6612. Holy shit, the bear has been doing some work. Redecorating with red, I see. Encyclopedia Arcana Magic Part 2. Haven't found, like, lore books yet. Not too many, at least. Nothing that hasn't been, about meat. I think we usually had like 3 to 5 people talking out loud, depending if we split or if we had multiple weapons to communicate with. Yeah, like having many more people than 5 people, and it gets really difficult to actually, you know, talk with anyone, to be fair. It's just too many voices. It becomes a goddamn choir. And you can't make out what anyone is saying, really. It becomes a shouting match. Sometimes I feel like it becomes a shouting match when it's just the 4 of us streaming and trying to make any kind of commentary, really. Oh hey, I leveled up. Sweet. $14 learning points. Yeah, well, still, if it's just 4 people talking out loud, it's not that bad. But when it's 4 people talking out loud about different things at the same time, it becomes really fucking scuffed. Real fast. Also, that is bothering me. I want to go. I need to know. Oh. It's a cave. Don't mind me. I'm just gonna back out. Wait. I guess it leads me closer to this, both of the goals. If I just go by this. I mean, I could. Shit. Fuck it. Fuck it! Have to expend a lot of resources to kill something as strong as those. Trolls in general tend to be really high hit pointed. Have high health pools. pretty much regardless of a fantasy setting. And boots, pennies, spare parts. I don't know what they are used for yet. Diary of a miner. 12th of the Fundament, 8135. Countess Dora, the Explorer. Darl Goldenford decided to bring this old mine back to life, as it is supposed to contain some rare minerals she needs for unknown reasons. I was recruited together with 4 other miners who worked with me in some mines in the Heartland and the Farmer's Coast a few years ago. Surprisingly for the Countess, this seems to be enough of a qualification to run a mine on our own, but I am confident that we can do it. Today we arrived here in the shimmering mine, unpacked our carts, and explored the cavern. As expected for a place that has been abandoned for a few decades, everything is quite run down. A lot of woodwork is rotten, and most of the old equipment missing or broken. However, the rock itself seems to be solid, as there are no major collapses of the ceiling. A good starting point for further mining activities. I don't quite know where the mine got its name from, as the only thing shimmering in here are some of the usual shimmering mushrooms. Maybe there have been more of them in the past. Tomorrow we will visit the castle up on the cliff and talk to the Countess, as we still need some further information on the required minerals. 13th of Fundament. We just returned from the castle, and boy, that was strange. As we went up and approached the castle, we saw some workers greeting and waving us. Up on the battlements, a big wall surrounded the courtyard. Then as we stepped through the main gates, suddenly a fierce shiver rushed over us, a feeling of intense fear and dread, as if we just saw the Black Guardian himself. And there was absolutely no visible reason for that. In panic, all 5 of us looked around, but we heard the workers laugh all around. After a confusing and eerie moment, they directed us to the main entrance of the castle. This odd feeling weakened, but did not disappear completely. In the entrance hall, Countess Dora sat at a long and plain table, decorated with many bowls of fruit. Immediately she stood up, approached and greeted us, and explained the goal of our mining. She took a large piece of paper and brushes, wet with different types of paint, and then she started to paint the minerals or the ore we should search for. With astonishing speed and precision, she completed her painting of a piece of rock with blue shimmering veins. Maybe this gave the mine its name. In her oddly joyful way, she encouraged us to immediately start our work and to contact her if we need any additional equipment. While she explained all of this, I looked around and noticed that there was a huge number of paintings on the wall, all of them painted by her, as she then explained. She really is an odd and eccentric person, very polite and full of energy, but also unwilling to tell us anything about the reason why she needs those minerals, or the frightening feeling we all had when entering the courtyard. 17th of the Fundament. We are making good progress in the mine. Most equipment is repaired or rebuilt and installed. And we found a smith in Riverville to create the remaining iron parts. If no further obstacles arise, we should be able to start mining in a few days. Maybe we also find some of the strange blue ore which Countess Dora Dalgoldenford needs so badly. Also, we are still puzzled about what happened to us in the courtyard that day. None of us slept well afterwards. I imagine how well organized the Polish destruction guilds were. We had pretty solid comms, but compared to them, we were like headless chickens faffing around. Yeah, I know, I played EVE Online, and in there, I was in some organized groups and some not so organized groups. And man, when some of those people get organized, Jesus Christ, they are really strict about rank and all that. But they get shit done. 22nd of the Fundaments. With some delay yesterday, the assistant of the smith in Riverville brought us the requested iron parts. He did not stay very long and urged us to be careful, as there is something very wrong about the castle. I have no idea what he is talking about. A warning we don't understand is of no use, after all. The same goes for the hunter we sometimes meet around here. He spoke of evil spirits and mysterious events he couldn't further specify, but in general our work here turns out to be rather pleasant. Every 2 days we receive a rich food delivery and our payment of 5 pennies per person, and they is very generous as well. We have to carry out smaller repairs on our own and pay for them if necessary, but any larger repairs will be paid by Countess Dora as long as we document our work and ask her in advance. 26th. We found the blue ore. Its blue veins are shimmering in the dark, just as Countess Dora told us. Also, it causes a strange tingling feeling when we hold it in our hands. Tomorrow, I will bring some samples to the castle as soon as possible. 27th. Dora is very pleased that we found the ore so quickly and promised an extra 50 pennies per person. However, she also urged us to continue mining as fast as we can. However, I still don't know why she needs this ore, and I'm not sure if I want to know. Well, there have been some strange events in the last few days. In the mine especially, in the place where we found the blue ore, we always hear a faint whispering. Nobody of us 5 can understand a word, and just when we stop working to listen closely, it is gone. But we all can hear it. And then there still is this cold chill that runs down our spines every time we enter the courtyard. We asked the personnel in the castle, but they all refused to talk about it, despite laughing at us on the first day. All of this is very confusing and worrying to me. 15th of Golden Moon, 8135. What should we do? During the last 2 weeks, we successfully mined the blue ore that Countess Dora Dal Goldenford requested. She probably paid us better than any other group of miners has been paid in Enderal before. But now I realize why she is so generous with her payments. The ore is cursed, just like anything else on this damn cliff. Our work here mangles our minds. Ericon always had been such a calm guy, but now a violent temper got hold of him. They fought, beat each other while mining, and they screamed, and the ore screamed, and they cried, and ore cried, and they listened, and the ore listened to them. We can hardly sleep, our limbs are without energy, our minds are confused. What should we do? 20th of Golden Moon. We will leave the mine. We have to, if we want to keep our sanity and our lives. Countess Dora ignores our complaints, and we know no cure either. While making visits to the castle, I could hear interesting conversations every now and then. It seems that Countess Dora tries to banish or to defeat an evil spirit, which haunts the castle for about 20 years now. The spirit must be the reason for the dread we feel when entering the castle. I don't think anybody but her knows how the blue ore would be of any help, but to free the castle seems to be of such great importance for her that she spends all her money, effort, and time for this task. Therefore, I wanted to research a little on this on my own. Luckily, I did find an old farmer not far away from here, who himself is very interested in the history of the castle and collected all the information he could find. He can read and write well, and he showed me all his notes about the presumed past of the castle. Many years ago, it was an important trading post that even rivaled the harbor of Ark, especially regarding the trade with Nerim. This, however, was a problem for the merchants in Ark, who then imposed more and more restrictions on the trade here at Goldenford. While legal trading declined consequently, illegal trading, smuggling, increased, making the entire Sun Coast the main place for smuggling in Enderal. Then, about 200 years ago, during the reign of Count Theodore, there must have been some sort of magic incident involving his son, Giron. This supposedly created the evil spirit that is now called the Ash Widow by some. Therefore, Giron remained without children, and due to unfortunate circumstances, no other successors to the throne existed. Many nobles in Enderal and beyond became very interested and tried everything to take control over the castle and thus all of the Sun Coast. They faked documents and came up with supposedly forgotten successors to the throne, all at once against each other. These conflicts continued for a long time, yet no stable reign resulted, and everything was further hindered by the Ash Widow. The other merchants in Ark, however, were pleased about this development as it marked the decline of anyhow significant trade at the Sun Coast. After years of abandonment, a rich woman came, called herself Dora Dal Goldenford, and attempted to do what so many here before her couldn't, to defeat the Ash Widow and to take over the castle Goldenford. Or Goldenford. I don't know. Will she succeed at some point? 22nd of Golden Moon. Our preparations to leave are almost finished, but yesterday, while visiting the castle one last time, it seemed as if the Countess suspected something. She was nervous and asked many questions on our well-being. Usually, she plays them down. Let's hope that she will let us go. Remark on the evening. Ever since the early evening hours, I can see 2 armed guards and an archer loitering around the mine. I fear she wouldn't let us go that easily. So, cursed ore. Possibly. Scribbled note. I left your poor boys from the mine a little strengthening in case the nights again are harsh and long. Fortunate good. But they have not touched it. Curious. Most curious indeed. I might want to actually start to use something else for change. I want to try to preserve my health a little bit. Set of the Ratcatcher. Ooh. Dagger of Despair. Ooh. Now, what would that be? Dagger of Despair increases critical chance by 5%. Okay, yeah. Heavy armor. Block 4% more damage with your shield. Stamina regenerates faster. That is pretty neat. Not bad. Just a tad bit close. Just a tad. Trolls, but no people. Things are a little suspect. Most curious. Recipe. Chemicum Vitality. Oh, I found a small stash. Huh. Like an extra bonus loot thing? That's pretty neat. Can see shit. Yeah, that's blood. Yeah, certainly is blood. Cheese. Defense robes. Ah, sweet. Light armor fortified. Oh. Isn't that fine and dandy? How nice. Exactly something that I need. Oh, well, benefit from. Now. Crystal things. I wonder how expensive, like, actual things are going to be. Once I get to town and I have to buy like skill training and shit, I'm wondering how ridiculously expensive that is going to be then. Oh wow, the cheese is real good. pennies. Da-da-da. Oh, wait, like actual armor. Wow. That's only one miner, though. 1, 2. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah. Could these be grave mounds or? I don't know. Things are fucky nonetheless. And I've not seen any of the blue ore that they've spoken of. Well, outside of that, but that's not blue. Ah yes, to smoke peace weed. Excellent. I can now smoke the weed of peace. Like how far in are we? It's not that much further this way. But yes, technically closer to the goals. Yeah, the songs are getting mixed up. Not now, whimsical background music. I've combat to do. Now you may continue in peace. Oh yeah, I have the cheese healing effect still. It's practically instant. It's pretty insane. Food. Food is the thing in this game. In this mod, clearly. Boon 1. Block Apprentice, a shield. There's a big rock. Yes. Ancient Circle of the Lost Ones, right? So it doesn't actually like give stuff like the signs. And there's like actual people here. My god. Or maybe they're bandits. I don't know. Yeah, I think... My goodness, we've been putting a couple of hours in, haven't we? 208 minutes this session. But yes. Some fairly good progress, I think. Bunch of faffing about, just exploring, figuring out how things go, finding an obscenely strong spell for early game at least, which net us a really strong sword for early game, something that normally we wouldn't have at this point, and probably not for a couple of levels more, I would expect. And yet we have it, a steel sword and death breath. Yeah, it's very well made. Like, it's... I've played games that have been worse. Like, fully made games, like... fully published, sold at full price games that have been worse than the experience that I've had thus far. This one's really good. I'm enjoying it. I'm gonna keep bringing it up every now and then. I think the story might have a couple of more dark fantasy turns and twists coming at some point, considering how it has begun and how everyone close to you thus far has died except for that new guy, because we've not been with him for too long. And yeah, maybe some other like spook games might be coming, maybe, if I get off my ass and actually get to it, and if I'm not gonna be a spooked baby and just ditch the idea. Who knows? But yes, that is it for today. And I think I'll see you guys on Tuesday, because tomorrow is a day at the university. People are tiring. It's tiring to be surrounded by people who are mostly from 5 to 10 years younger than you. It's very uncomfortable being surrounded by young people. Ugh, disgusting. But yes, enough ramblies. This has been a Sunday stream. I hope you enjoyed. I hope you give Enderal a go if it piqued your interest. It's free, so you can go and play it yourself if you feel like. It's a Skyrim. It's if you've done everything in Skyrim, you might as well do it in a new map. I mean, why not? But yeah, till next time, see you on Tuesday.